Biggs, welcome back. Today's video, we got something special. I've got an unboxing video today of some precious cargo. So let's get to it. Now, if you're as fascinated as I am by the incredible diversity of life that surrounds us in our wonderful and often bizarre natural world, then you truly belong here with me. I make videos on all facets of nature. Aquariums and vivariums, DIY projects, reptiles, isopods, insects and arachnids, and all sorts of unique plants. And I try to dig a little bit deeper into the science behind it all. So if you haven't already, please consider hitting that subscribe button, as well as ringing that notification bell, and you'll always be kept up to date when I upload new content. All right, guys, let's get to it. It's kind of funny backstories. Honestly, I didn't forget about the shipment, but this order was placed several months ago, but with the extreme cold weather that we've been having, the shipper did not want to ship. And I'm very, very thankful for that, because any animal, be it anything at all, is going to be sensitive to the weather here where we live. So that's very, very good of them. These are coming from a really, really exceptional, well-known keeper and breeder in Canada. What do you think it's going to be? I've purposely not told you. I've purposely left that out more for suspense to see what's going to happen. I'm glad I didn't cut that. One of the items is a book. And it's a book that I've been waiting to add to my collection for a while. It is the book, Oren's book, McMonagle, on breeding world's largest living arachnids. And these are the whip-tailless whip scorpions that we have several of. You guys haven't really seen most of them yet, because I haven't really revealed them to anybody yet, but they're coming. Now, what else do you guys think is in here? I don't even know. It's going to be a mystery. Look at how well packed it is. Uline shipping boxes where we go down really, really cold. Look at the thickness of the styrofoam, all well packed. It fills the entire box, so there's nothing loose. Nothing moves around and shakes. Now this box comes all the way from Montreal, Canada. I don't even know what this is. I'm not really certain what this stuff is. These are freebies. Ooh. Don't you love it when you get all these little vials? Oh, I wonder what it is. Certain people will know what these are. So we got 4 of those. There's the 4th one. Apparently we got some crickets, some small crickets. And then we got, I remember ordering these now. This is the girl. And this is the boy. Very exciting, Biggs. We see paper. And then this one is Tripepii, and it's a female. This is a Nandu Tripepii. You've seen that we have the Nandu downstairs, the one Nandu, and it's a chromatus, and it's a male. I haven't yet found a female for him, but what exceptionally well-packaged stuff. So, the secret's out. Well, to the people that know what I'm talking about, they know what it is. This is a tarantula order. So this is the true Goliath bird eater. This is Sturmy. This is the one that gets to be dinner plate size. And this is Parabuthus velocis. This is a type of scorpion, and this is a pair of them, and this is the bright orange morph. All right, before even opening up the vials, I'm in a bit of a quagmire. Looking on the site, working with that species before, based on the size that I ordered, I'm assuming they're fair size in those little containers. These are the containers that I had set up ready to go for them. This is what I'd use for something that's going to be, 1.5 to 2 inches in size. Gives it lots of space, and then I'll put a nice hide in a water dish. The ventilation's all done on them. But when I saw those little tiny vials, it's making me kind of question it, making me kind of wonder what we're going to be getting ourselves into. But we're going to get them opened up, we're going to take a peek. But first, we got to make up our media. Now for media, I use about the same media for all my, most of my animals that come from tropical areas that require a bit of humidity in their environment. So I start off with a good base of a nice organic topsoil. So this is an organic or worm castings or sea soil or something along that lines. It's got a little bit of perlite in it, which I'd prefer it didn't, but this bag that I just picked up today has a little bit. It is what it is. It's not going to affect anything. It's a volcanic rock. Now on the other side, I've already mixed it up a little bit. This has got horticultural charcoal, which will absorb a lot of the toxins and stuff that may come up in the media and sweeten the mix. I've got some nice green moss that I've added into it, and I've chopped it up, and some long fibered sphagnum moss that I've chopped up. And the base is mostly cypress mulch and a bit of fir bark. So it's a nice loose, airy mix. I've also added a fair bit of crushed up leaf litter. These are oak leaves. They hold up really, really well in the substrate. And that is a nice, organic, loose mix, ready to go for the animals. Now you could use for just say, if you were just using little slings and stuff like that, I'd probably just use a product like a cocoa fiber, a peat moss, or maybe Reptisoil or something. But because I do so much stuff with vivariums and isopods and tarantulas and centipedes and whatnot, I tend to buy all the commodities in bulk, and then I mix up my own mixes appropriately. So I think this mix will do fine. Once we open up the vials, if we find out that they're really, really tiny, maybe we'll adjust it a little bit. Now for water, I only use reverse osmosis water because it's what I use in the house for all the fish and the plants. That way I don't get any buildup of minerals and salts. Basically, it's a similar process. It's passed through a membrane under pressure, and it removes everything. So you get a nice pure water source. And from a fish keeping or a plant keeping standpoint, it's about the best you can get. So now that it's ready and moistened down, let's get it into the containers. Let's get them all set up, give them some nice depth. All containers are ready. Let's give them all a nice little hide. And now they're ready to go. Let's see, we got the first one in, second one in. We're going to look at them a little bit closer here in a second. So overall, no, the size is what they said they would be. These guys were shipped exceptionally well. Look at that beautiful little baby. You're going to be a big hairy monster one day. So there are currently 3 described what they consider the true Goliath bird eaters. Theraphosa blondie, and this one is Theraphosa sturmii. Those are both get big, giant, hairy, dark brown, black. And then there's a third one, which is often called the pink toe. And it's a very distinct one. This guy's already found his hide, or her hide. They're all endemic to South America. And they all get to be about a foot in size. Dinner plate size. Big, large terrestrials. Outstanding. I've been waiting for these guys for a while. I was a little nervous when I saw the little vials, but I think they'll be okay in these things. They grow fairly quick. They have voracious appetites. You could already see the hair coming in there. You're gonna be a beast. Now, I don't like to harass or play around with them a lot. When I first get new ones, I like to just kind of land them and leave them be as much as I can, let them adjust. They've had the stressful journey coming all the way from Montreal, from the legendary people over at Tarantula Canada, Amanda and Martin. I tend to like to order, whenever I'm ordering species, I treat it the same way as I did when I kept tropical fish on a large scale, as I buy the species with full intentions of trying my best at captive reproduction. So I tend to try and buy groups If I have the ability, say I have a large female, I try to find a male from another source, and always intended to try and improve the genetic diversity. So you grab them when you can. This one, I've been waiting a while to introduce this one to my collection. I'm very excited that they're finally here. Now for these guys, the Parabuthus villosus, mine are the orange form. And the reason I ordered them is I wanted to have something that was a bit more different in color than the standard black scorpions that I tend to have. Now granted, I have not shown you guys a lot of the scorpions yet, because I know most of you follow me for my fish and different types of things regarding science. So I'm trying to dish out the arachnids and all the weird, creepy, crawly stuff that, may not be your cup of tea all the time. Some people love them, some people may not, but I want to kind of spread it out a little bit. Now this particular species, I'm in the same pickle now as I was when I was dealing with those guys, is these are the same containers. The aeration's, all the ventilation's all done. It's all down the side. You guys saw that. Things are ready to go. And I tend to use the Desert Stone product. The Sonoran Ochre is the one I like the best. I use that for a lot of my other scorpions. So I thought that's perfect, because this species comes from southern Africa, somewhere anywhere between the northern Cape all the way to Namibia. It is one of the largest species of buthids, and it measures up to 18 centimeters full grown, which is 7 inches. Now granted, that's if the animal were stretched out. You don't ever going to see a scorpion all stretched out, but that's basically how big it can get. Its diet, it gets so big that its diet can actually include small rodents and lizards, which is crazy. So let's see what these guys look like. Let's get them set up. I like the mix of textures in this one. It is an opportunistic burrower, so I do want to use a substrate that allows the animal to burrow should it find the need. Gonna need more substrate than that. And I use a lot of natural hides. As you saw that I used with the Sturmey, I have a lot of natural products that I harvest every year from deadfall in the area around me on our farm. And it works good for me for all the isopods and other critters that I have and vivariums and so forth. So it works just as equally well for these guys as well. So this is a little husk of some poplar. Again, we haven't even opened the vials, so we don't even know how big they are yet. Those look good. Now, this species has a very, very highly toxic venom. It's extremely medically significant. So this one is one that we're going to use a lot of caution. I have my catch cups. I have my safety stuff here. But they also notice that when we open them, they have very, very underdeveloped front pinchers, or more properly, modified pedipalp. There's 3 species within this genus of Parabuthus, and it's Schlecteri, Transvalilicus, and then villosus, this one here. So this is the female. And one thing that's rather unique about this species is it's often thought that the species can actually spray venom from their tails. Well, doesn't that sound fun? So I'm going to be using my tools almost exclusively for these ones. I really have no need. As you guys saw the video about handling tarantulas and stuff, there's really no need for me to be handling it. So we're just going to let it go. There's the little guy right there. Sorry, there's the little girl right there. Look at that beautiful girl. Let's see if we can get her out without having to pick her up. I'd rather her just kind of come out on her own. What a beautiful coloration. Look at that. What an outstanding specimen. Let's get a closer look. Look at her walking with her tail erect. Oh, she found her hide, and that's probably the last we'll see of her. All right, well, that was exciting. Next is the boy. Maybe he'll stay out maybe a second longer so we can actually get a nice picture or video of him. But as mentioned earlier, I like to let them settle in and come and go at their own pace. They really do such an exceptional job over at Species Canada with their packaging. Every single animal is painstakingly taken care of. The care that goes into the packing to make sure that the animals will travel their journey safely. Yeah, see, maybe if we turn him the other way, he will come off this way if we can guide him. What an outstanding critter. Let's get a close-up. As for this girl, you're going to have to wait for another video because we're going to set up her terrarium. It's going to be an entirely separate video of her she's going to get a nice little habitat. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. We got some really cool new critters. Not just cool critters, but cool critters that we get to really watch develop and grow up. So hopefully you guys are as excited as I am. I'm having an absolute blast. So until next time, we'll see you soon. Take care.